What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? All right, let me tell you guys something. We're gonna talk about my Mobile Masters experience, okay? And it was, words can't really describe. It was great. I got to meet everybody. I got to meet Childish. I got to meet YDCB, Claytano, Zero Bitch Bit, Shredded Puzzle. What do you call it? Koopa Troopa. Fwa I've already met. Fwa's a nice guy. Who else? Jiraiya I met. He was in his own world though. Whatever. It is what it is. And it was great. I just, I wasn't formally invited to it, right? So I sent Comtour's dude a message, and I was like, how do you have something an hour away from my house, and you don't tell me about it to at least watch it, And whatever the case was, there's going to be a cab video. They had me rent a cab, and I had Comtour's dude and this other dude named Corey. You know what? I don't know if he has like a weird handle, if he's even involved with the community. I know he's the PR guy, and he was a nice guy. And I had them in my car for 4 or 5 hours. It was crazy. We got caught in a lot of traffic going back to Newark, but because we met up in the city, we went to Central Park, we did a few things. And look, having them in the car, let me tell you something, I really wanted to hang them by the bridge for all the fucking summoning sessions, dude. For all those horrible summoning sessions, I really feel like I should have just hung you guys by the bridge and given you cement boots, and you figure it out from there on in the river. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. They are great guys. I felt so bad for Comtour's dude the entire weekend, because people chewed this guy's ear out like there was no tomorrow. I never seen anybody talk so much. It's not about talking. It was answering questions so much in my life. It was insane what went on with him. And what is this fail? This was a bullshit fail. Anyway, so it was just, I felt bad for the dude. Like, everybody was chewing his ear out, Everybody had an opinion. Everybody had something to say. Everybody was like, look, even me too. We were complaining about a few things, But let me tell you something. I really see good things in the future for the game, after especially with them dealing with the community. I really think they're going to change the main office in Korea. Is going to change their view on things in the community. I think they're going to begin to listen to everybody. First things first, they made that change, which I'm probably going to make a separate video about it after the change happens, though. I don't like to make videos about things. If you guys remember me, you remember how when I consistently made videos, I don't like to talk about things that don't come out yet, because look, it hasn't come out. It's not a definite thing. Like, somebody data mined the light and dark homunculus's skills. Look, and it's probably very accurate, but I'd rather not talk about it until after it comes out, because something might change, or they may not get it 100% right. So let's see what's gonna happen with that. The skills look crazy though, especially the dark one. The dark one looks really good. The light one actually looks good too, but the dark one seems to be the better one. But it was great, I got to go out. We went out. I met the Comtour's USA CEO, and I met this magical person. He's the Comtour's CEO director of the US office. Why do I say he's a magical person? Because all he does is push a button and you get crystals, So we were trying to get him as drunk as possible to add an extra 0 to the crystals. We all did a summoning session together. I'm not gonna say what everybody got, but let me just tell you something, all right? Everybody but Fwa and the Comtour's employees, everybody else got the ass end of everything. Let's put it that way. Everybody, the Comtour's employees and Fwa were the only ones that got anything good. So I'm sure that I think that there's gonna be a video with that. If that video doesn't come out, it may not come out because somebody was cursing in that video. So then they can't put out anything with curses. But whatever, it is what it is. Let's just refill real quick. So it was magical, man. It makes me regret I haven't been making as many videos as I used to. I haven't been uploading as consistently as I used to. It's just, you know, when life, especially here in New York City, will chew you up and spit you out like you're nothing. It doesn't matter who the hell you are or who you were or whatever. All right. So it's my fault. Everything is my fault. Every last thing that has happened to me is my fault. So I'm not sitting here making excuses. I'm not sitting here. I'm going to try and improve myself. I have to improve myself. That's about it. You know, Comtois even gave us that whole gift package. They gave us a bag that said Comtois on it. It had an Artemeal on it. We got an Artemeal toy. The Artemeal toy's in my room. It's hiding from my dogs. I'm afraid my dogs might just chew it up. But they even gave us this stress ball. So this stress ball is going to be used when I'm summoning, you know, as I summon 100 scrolls and I get absolutely nothing, yeah, I'm gonna be needing this stress ball. But anyways, so yeah, you know, it was great. Oh my God, you know, we got to go out. I went out for dinner with Childish, Dodgy, YDCB, and Cold Steel the first night that they got here, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. YDCB. Cold Steel had YDCB summon some scrolls for him. He got him shit as usual. His shit luck just came to the United States as well. It's alright, whatever. It is what it is. I'm beginning to think that Cold Steel is my jinx lately, to be honest with you, because the night before we did a summoning session and everybody got a Nat 5 but me. But that's besides the point. Who gives a shit about all that? So yeah, look, the experience was great. Look out for that cab video. I'm actually very interested to see what happens with that cab video. And look for some future videos from me. We're going to be talking about... I'm going to wait till after, because I have some assumptions about that violent nerf. Look, one of the reasons why I'm doing Giants, I'll be honest with you, is because now that the violent runes are going to get nerfed in RTA, and there's only one chance to proc, it doesn't necessarily mean that some monsters aren't going to proc more than once, because you've got monsters that automatically get certain skills. So they could probably still go a couple of times. Now, how good is that going to be? I'm not sure. Is having a 250 speed monster on Swift better? That can be the possibility. Monsters like Chisun, though, who refills her attack bar and she'll take another turn, are a whole different ball game, you know. So that's not necessarily a violent proc. So she could probably fill up her attack bar and then violent proc, and then let's say she uses her second skill and violent procs, and then fills up her attack bar, and then violent procs. Is that possible? I want to know if that's possible. I'm not sure if that's possible. Depends on how they decided to do this whole violent nerf. You know, watching YDCB and watching FWA in general, there were some matches where I'm sitting here saying to myself, all right, you got one too many violent procs, dude. You know? So that's the thing. And it's like, what do you say about that? It's right now, currently, it's part of the game. But later on, it's not going to be part of the game. So it's going to give value. This had to kind of happen because they needed to give value to other rune sets, such as Rage, Fatal. Despair had its own value no matter what. And Swift. Now it gives more value to these runes. You know, there are monsters where you automatically say, make them what do you call it, violent, but now you might even be able to go fatal with them. It's, especially for RTA purposes, you could probably go fatal with them. You could go fatal revenge now on an attacker, because it doesn't, you're not going to sit there and depend on 2 or 3 violent procs anymore. Now I'm not necessarily saying this is going to happen with a monster like Theomars, but monsters with shorter cooldowns, like Theomars, his third skill has a big cooldown, so you would probably need a few violent procs. But certain other monsters where they have short cooldowns, doesn't really matter. And if you have them on revenge runes, and if they're tanky enough to take it, if you haven't seen Uh, RTA is all about tanky bruisers right now, and they, from the way it looks, I don't know what to say. We've been in the speed meta for a little too long, so it looks like the tanky bruisers are going to come back. Now, is it going to be tanky, speedy bruisers? Let's just see how it goes along. If you haven't noticed, a lot of woosas were used in the tournament. To be honest with you, I was surprised at the monster choices. Some of the monster choices, because some monsters that are pretty OP, I didn't see people using them as much. So, like, yeah, Wusa was the big one. I guess nobody really had a Rakan. YDCB has a Rakan, but I don't think Koopa Troopa and Fwa have a Rakan. And Rakan is really good in RTA. And then I didn't really see the Wind Monkey. But again, you need strippers. You need things to back it up. It's crazy, you know. Like, and then you got these guys that they're pulling monsters out of their asses, like, or Faye. There was one move with Koopa Troopa where Fwa had the Light Pioneer, and the Light Pioneer used his third skill, right? So, what a horrible rune! Holy shit! So Fwa used his third, the Light Pioneer's third skill, which the third skill gives you that buff where if you die, you come back to life with a certain amount of hit points. I don't remember exactly what that third skill, what the amount of hit points is, and I believe it revives in general as well. So there was one move he used Faye. Koopa Troopa had Faye, and Faye's second skill stripped the buff and killed one of Fwa's monsters, which that was a good move. And it's like, all right, Faye can be really good for RTA. Certain monsters can. So I saw monsters that I didn't expect. I saw monsters that I saw monsters that I expected, but the monsters that I really expected to see, I didn't see. Like, I didn't see too many Hathors. I didn't see too much with Ganymede. I mean, Fwa was using Ganymede here and there, but I really didn't see Hathor, to my surprise. And Hathor is like a really top grade monster, unless they were banning them, because I wasn't really watching the actual event, because I was backstage, I was with people in the front. You know, some people, this was a cool feeling. You know, one dude came up to me, he's like, "You Nick?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, dude, I want to take a picture or whatever." And we took a picture. He was a nice guy, very nice guy. So, yeah, you know, I can't wait till the next Mobile Masters and see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be called Mobile Masters. Let's see what that's going to be all about. But I can't wait till the next competition. We went out with Amazon one night. The Amazon crew took everybody out, and then the night where everything was going on, where after the event happened and after it became such a great success, they took us out. They took us to Morton's Steakhouse, which I was surprised at how good this place was. Dude, I got a steak. The steak was like this, like yay big. But let me tell you something. It was called the tomahawk, so it was still in the bone, and the bone extended out. I wish I could. The bone extended out a lot more. It was literally in the shape of a tomahawk. And me and YDCB would drink. It's funny because I got YDCB hooked on sangria from the Thursday night that we went out. So I had ordered a Johnny Walker on the rocks, and YDCB turns around to me. He's like, "You're not gonna do sangria?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do sangria. Why not? You know, I like sangria in the summertime. Wow, we're gonna have another fail. Whatever, it is what it is. When you're taking a team like this, it's a risk. Either way, I have to re-ruin a few of these monsters. Anyway, so we got drunk, we got hammered. Well, I got hammered. I was pretty hammered. We went out. They took us out to Korean Town afterward. Let me tell you something, man. I've been to Korean Town quite a bit, all right, but I never went with like hardcore Koreans. So these guys were taking this Korean beer and they were pouring soju into it. I'm like, whoa. So we were mixing shit. I don't even know how I took the train home and I didn't take a cab. I'll be honest with you. It's just that the train was like right there. Like the train that ends up down the block from my house is right there. So I was like, whatever, I'm just going to take the train. It's going to be shorter than a cab anyway. So, like short time-wise. And it was like a half a block walk to get there and a half a block walk to get to my house. So, whatever. And Holy shit, man. We drank so much that night. And they were ordering food in Koreatown. I was stuffed from Morton's Steakhouse between... We ordered like these seafood appetizers. There's baked, and then there was the raw. And then we got all this other stuff. It was just... Everybody was drinking like... Well, not everybody was drinking like a maniac. Let me tell you something. The content creators, the YouTubers... Other than YDCB and Claytano, and YDCB had to pull his leg a little bit to drink, nobody really drank. Shredded Pretzel is a vegetarian. Like, I felt bad for him because he's sitting there eating salad the whole time, and he's watching us eat like kings, and it's like, dude, fucking, I don't know, man. Should have gotten him like tofu or something. I don't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. Like, I felt so bad for Shredded Puzzle. I shouldn't feel bad. He was like, don't feel bad. This is my choice. But still, you know, like, to have one person not eat and then everybody else is eating, it's like, I don't know what to say about that. And then nobody was drinking. Childish drank a little bit the last night. But when we went out the first night, he wouldn't drink. But, look, let me tell you something, man. I had a blast. Look for some more content from me. I got to get back into the game. I'm going to the next... well, hopefully. They considered me. I'm not going to automatically say I'm going to the next event. I might crash it, like I kind of crashed this one, you know? But whatever. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I've been trying to make this video for, honestly, 3 days. I downloaded an update on SideSync. SideSync doesn't work. It didn't work with OBS Classic. OBS Classic is not supported by anything anymore. There's no more updates for that. So I had to start using OBS Studio. I couldn't get OBS Studio to work properly with my Samsung devices. And I could, because everything was just pixelated completely. Like the whole screen was pixelated, not even from recording, from just showing on OBS Studio. So I'm sitting there, I'm searching all day long and all day today, all night last night when I got home from work. Plus, the day after that they left, it was a really, really busy day. It was Gay Pride, and at the same day it was Gay Pride. It was EID, E-I-D. It's spelled EID. I hope I'm spelling it right. I don't know how to spell it exactly, but well, I hope I'm saying it right, not spell it. I spelled it right. It's a Muslim holiday, so the Muslim drivers didn't go out to work, and a good majority of the drivers are Muslims, so there was no drivers out there. There was like, it was really, really busy. And then there was the gay parade, so then that made the city even busier. So I went to work the next day. I did not care how hungover I was. I needed to go to work the next day, and thank God I did. It was a super busy day, definitely worth it for me. And it's like, and then I went to work yesterday, and then today I took off because the rest of the week is going to be busy, except for probably Saturday. So I just needed to get all that done, and yeah. Tell you guys something. It's absolutely nuts lately. But yeah, so expect some more videos from me. Oh, well, what I was talking about with this was I had to figure out OBS Studio. Now I really don't even have editing software. I'm gonna see what I can do. I might be able to edit this video. If I can't, I'm sorry. But if I could, I will. And from here on, I'm going to be working with new software. Actually, I like the way this is working. I might start streaming a little bit from now on. I don't know if it's going to be when I come home from work or on my days off. And when on my days off, because I like to sleep on my days off. So, we'll see. I'm not sleep the whole day, but like I like to sleep in late, and then I got shit to do, so, but we'll see. But oh my God, I have to get back into the game just because of what's going on with Mobile Masters, you know. And then I'm going to be considered for the next event. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. It was great. It was a great experience being at Mobile Masters. I wouldn't have been able to make it there anyway if it wasn't for you guys. So I'll talk to everybody later. Have a good one. Look at this. I failed again. Well, I gotta fix my Giants team. Me of all people, you know. When we want speed teams, we want speed teams. We want speed teams. This ends up happening. But anyway, have a good one, guys.